Really, what kept our temperatures down was the weak front that moved through early this morning. But the fact that we stayed under overcast skies. Now, difficult to see on infrared satellite, but the clearing line is starting to move toward the south shore. That low cloud deck that had really taken over the area is finally starting to move on. So I think we will see clearer skies through the overnight. But it was the clouds that kept us in the 60s. And notice the high and the low are only 2 degrees apart. And the high was set at 6:43 this morning. The low was set at almost 3 in the afternoon. So basically we stayed mid-upper 60s all day long. Still in the 60s outside right now, and dew points are in the 60s. Now, if those skies can clear, which it looks like it's happening, especially on the North Shore already, that should allow the dew points to drop a bit and overnight lows to fall a bit further, 50s and 60s. So not exactly a cold start to our Wednesday, but at least a little bit cooler. Winds are light and out of the north. Later on tonight, those winds are going to be changing direction and right back out of the south, which means if we do cool into the 50s and 60s, we're not going to stay there long, as we'll start to rebound right back, and highs expected to get into the upper 70s tomorrow. In the 60s on the map right now with, again, dew points. We got close to the drier air, especially where we had a little bit more of the clearing. The overcast skies, though, kind of kept that moisture trapped, and our dew points really didn't fall very much even as that front moved on through. It was really more of a slightly cooler air mass. Remember, yesterday's high was 81 degrees, so at least we stayed in the 60s with the really cold air remaining up to our north. Now, we are going to get a reinforcement and even colder air on the way by Thanksgiving. Before that happens, as I mentioned, we're going to start to see more of a return flow. So early tomorrow morning may be cooler, 50s, 60s, but quickly getting back into the 70s as we return to the warm air sector. More clouds and some passing isolated showers. I have our rain chance at about 10 to 20%. Now, early on Thanksgiving morning, it's still going to be mild to warm. The question is going to be, when exactly does this front move on through? I was showing you the high resolution model at the start of the newscast. It has it moving through by about 8, 9 o'clock. This model also 7, 8 o'clock moving through the area. So the model consensus is for that model, or is for that front to push through early in the morning, which means most of the day will be chilly. Something to note, however, as we get later into the night on Thursday, we may get some overrunning moisture kind of on top of the colder air that could bring in another chance for some passing showers. So it may be kind of a cold rain as we head into the latter part of the night and early on Friday morning. Then Friday will be clearing out and more sunshine is on the way. The models still differ on the timing, with the Euro still saying it'll be through by noon, actually even earlier than that, and the GFS still indicating it's going to be to our north. So again, looking at the model consensus, I'm thinking that the front is going to move through early in the morning, and most of the day we will see those temperatures dropping very quickly. So good news is most of the day Thursday will be on the chilly side. The bad news is we'll have some rain with the front, as well as maybe some overrunning moisture later into the evening and night. So not the prettiest of days for our Thanksgiving, but at least it'll feel like it's supposed to at the end of November. Temperatures coming down. We're starting out the morning Friday, 40s and 50s, and a high of only 59. We'll have some cold mornings ahead with the possibility of a freeze on the North Shore come Monday.